Thank you very much. Uh, Thank you for the opportunity that you gave me. Today, I'm going to present about the large scale assessments in South Africa. I have done a lot of research about the large scale assessments. I have read all the necessary books and articles and documents about the large scale assessment. Coming to the introduction, I'm going to introduce to you what large scale assessment is. Large scale assessment are assessments that are done in very wide scope and usually in large number of people to determine academic performance, skills, or knowledge. In simple sense, this means that large scale assessment does not only focus on one individual, but it focuses more on the group of individuals and also to check their academic performance, skills, and knowledge. Remember, each and every assessment it is there to check whether the learners have understood the lesson that was presented in the classroom. We have the aspects of the large scale assessment, which is the PIRLS and TIMSS. We have why the question of why they use them, how did the South Africa performed in relation to those the elements of the large scale assessments and the reason for the South African performance. The PIRLS stand for Progress in International Reading Literacy Study, which focuses more on reading. The TIMSS focuses more on mathematics and science. These are the core fundamental elements in large scale farming, which uh, uh, this large scale farming has to focus to. These two, the learner in the classroom has to know how to read and write, and it has to be mathematical literate and also know how science works because we are living in a modern technology where science rules the world. We also have the what are the values of this large scales assessment in South African educational content. The curriculum in South Africa it, it is based on these aspects of large scale assessment. This large scale assessment in South African education setting is core in ensuring that education is enhanced, social equity is facilitated, and resources are utilized in an effective manner. This is to show that the classroom it has to be conducive to learning. There has to be equality in education, that is both black learners and white learners have to receive equal education. In light of the inequalities evident in the history of South Africa, since we know that we are coming from the apartheid era where education was not equal, a various aspect has been developed to address this issue. And these aspects are as follows. Number one, we have equity and social justice, transparency and accountability, improving quality of education, fostering school and community involvement. It is through this large scale assessment where the community at large can be involved in the learning of their learners. And again, we have the value of this large scale assessment within me, myself, as a teacher in my educational context. How best can I go in terms of utilizing this large scale assessment in a good manner? This large scale assessment give the knowledge of how the national curriculum is being performed in the various regions and school. Large scale assessment can help the identification of the areas of the curriculum that should be enhanced by evaluating whether students are acquiring critical competencies or not. It is through this large scale assessment wherein we can be able to know whether the curriculum best suits the needs of the learners within the school. And again, similar to the case of South Africa, this large assessment may be critical in the provision of equal education to all learners, particularly within the heterogeneous system. In conclusion, this large-scale assessment in the South African setting is as far important as any large-scale assessment in the country. This means that this large-scale assessment can help the policymakers to make proper policies which best suits the system of South Africa and the kind of learners that we are having. Thank you very much, and thank you for giving me this opportunity.